I became a creator on TikTok because I wanted to be a millionaire. Did I achieve my goal? Well, we're about to find out. In this video, I'm going to start talking about how to get monetized on TikTok, and I will tell you what I got paid and why I got paid what I got paid. And then we'll finish the video talking about whether TikTok is a good platform for a content creator, for an aspiring content creator. So the first chapter, monetization. And when I talk about monetization on TikTok in this video, I'm specifically talking about the creative rewards program. So obviously this is just one way of monetizing as a content creator. It's not the only way, but if you're looking to monetize on TikTok through the program, then this video is clearly for you. To actually get into the program, you need to have 10,000 followers, be 18 and above, have about 100,000 views from the past 30 days. Of course, you need to be in a country that allows monetization, because this is not rolled out in all the countries in the world. And although I'm creating a lot of my content from Africa right now because I'm in Kenya for a very long vacation, I am based in France, and that's why I'm able to monetize my TikTok account. But once you've achieved all this, then you can get into the creative rewards program. And you would actually think that once you've gotten into the program, that's it. No, that's just the first step. The finish line is always being moved. For you to get any rewards on this program, it means that you need to have activity on TikTok for the past 30 days. Your video needs to get 1,000 views from the For You page. This is something that actually was so shocking for me, because if your video doesn't appear on the For You page, even if it gets 1 million views, none of that is counted. Obviously, for your video to appear on the For You page, it means that any video that you post on TikTok must adhere to the community guidelines. And this means that something as little as wearing something that is revealing huge parts of your body is actually going to make your video not be shown on the For You page. The watch time for a viewer needs to be about 5 seconds for that view to be counted as a view. Views with dislikes are actually not considered, so it means if someone watches your video but they end up disliking it, that view is not going to be counted. Multiple views are counted as only one unique view. That means that if someone watches your video over and over again, even 10 times, 100 times, that is going to be counted as one view. That means if that person is even watching your video and then passing their phone to other people to watch it, it will be counted as one view because it's from one account. And then obviously if your video is a paid ad or sponsored content, that is not going to be counted, because now TikTok is pushing longer videos. Your video has to be longer than 1 minute for it to qualify for the creative rewards program. So yeah, it's not really easy for you to be earning money because there's so much that you need to be doing and to pay attention to, which you realize very quickly that this is the perfect path to go towards a burnout. Let's now get to the juicy part. What I really got paid for 4 million views. So I really had my TikTok account from 2021, but I was stuck at 3,000 followers for a very long time. Took some time off in 2023. I wasn't posting a lot, and then I decided to come back with full force 1st January 2024, and I was growing pretty quickly because by 21st January I had hit 10,000 followers, and that means that I could now enroll into the creativity program beta. So by the time I was actually getting monetized, I had about 800,000 views in those 20 days. I came to realize that whatever videos you posted before you got accepted into the program are not going to be counted. It's not like YouTube, where if you get monetized, all the videos that you've ever posted on the platform become eligible for monetization. On TikTok, it's the videos that you start posting from the day that you get monetized. So until now, I'm getting hundreds of thousands of views from videos that I posted before getting monetized, you know, before 21st January, but none of that is eligible for monetization. From 21st January until now, which is 21st February, exactly 2 months after I got into the program, in those 2 months I've had about 3.2 million views. If you had the 800,000 I had before I got monetized, those are 4 million, but that is not being counted. So the only views that are going to be counted is 3.2 million views. And so the amount that I've actually been paid for 3.2 million views is 125 euros. And actually I've only been paid out 23 euros out of that 125 euros. I don't think if I'm ever going to get the rest, because I don't know how the payouts are happening. So yeah, actually for the amount of work that goes into creating videos, 1 minute plus videos on TikTok, that is I would say peanuts. To put that into perspective, 125 euros for 60 days is about 2.08 euros per day and about 0.08 euros per hour. What kind of job pays like this? And actually, all those 3.2 million views were not counted because there's something called qualified views, and TikTok is the one that determines what a qualified view means. So out of those 3.2 million views, about 400 to 500,000 views were actually counted as qualified views. So that 125 euros is for the 400 to 500,000 qualified views. And on TikTok, they actually give you some factors that affect your revenue per mil, which is the amount of money you get per 1,000 views. That includes the total play time of the videos, percentage of videos watched in full, percentage of highly engaged followers, and obviously these are factors that you have no control over. Then now we come to the most important factors, which is viewers' location. So it's actually normal to be shocked that I would get paid 125 euros for all those millions of views, while there are other people who are earning thousands of dollars, but it's really because of viewers' location. Because a lot of my views come from Africans, because a lot of my content is for African people, they're really not counted as qualified views. It's because of this factor called viewers advertising value to TikTok as a platform. And this basically means that TikTok thinks of you as a valuable viewer if you're in a location where there are companies that are willing to actually advertise to you. For a lot of content creators who are living in the United States, there's so many people who are actually doing TikTok as their job. They're able to actually do this because a lot of American companies and businesses advertise on TikTok. So that means that they find that the American audiences are valuable, and that's why they're paying this money to advertise on TikTok. When you come to a lot of African countries, a lot of businesses don't even want to be on TikTok because they don't think that TikTok is a serious platform. This tells TikTok African businesses don't find that the audiences on TikTok are valuable, so TikTok doesn't think that African audiences are valuable. That means if you're creating content that is being viewed by a lot of Africans, it's basically useless, quote unquote, because the platform doesn't think that they are valuable in any way. So why would they pay you for those views? I know that seems very unfair when you actually look at it from just the outside. It's very unfair, but because I understand a lot about business, I know where this is coming from, because it's from the business model of the platform. Is it unfair? Yeah, but at the end of the day, when it comes to business, you're going to reward people that are actually benefiting you. So now let's talk about whether it's really feasible or sustainable for you to be a creator on TikTok. First and foremost, if you're trying to make money from the creativity program, I really don't think that it's feasible or sustainable, especially if you're like me, where you're targeting audiences who are living in African countries. I think I'm going to do an experiment once I get back to Paris to create more content that would be more universal, shall I say. I'll probably do another video as an update and see whether it's going to work. However, I still find that it's going to be challenging, even if majority of your audience is like from the Western countries, because one thing about TikTok is that followers do not actually matter, and each and every video that you're posting on the platform, it's always like the first video that you're ever posting, because the video doesn't go to your followers, it just goes to the For You page. And most times, most of the people that are seeing your video, they're seeing it for the first time. So there's just so much work that you have to do to get those views, because remember, for your views to be counted as monetizable, they have to appear on the For You page. And even when you look at your analytics, the key metrics on TikTok, followers are not there. It's the number of views, it's the shares, it's the unique viewers. This means that you're just doing a lot of work for basically nothing, because you cannot even leverage the followers that you have, because each and every time if you're posting a video and it's going to a whole new audience, it's even hard for you to reach the followers that you have, the people who have actually expressed interest in your content. You cannot even send them to follow you on other platforms easily, because again, each and every video you're posting is getting a whole new audience. It's really things like this that make it really unsustainable to be a creator on TikTok. I also find that TikTok as a platform has also lost its value proposition. You know, it really got popular because of the 15-second videos, 10-second videos, but right now TikTok is pushing longer videos. You even have a 10-minute feature, which has not rolled to all other countries, but it is there. It means that one of their long-term goals is to make TikTok more like YouTube. So I really don't understand, why would I be on TikTok where I have to work hard for each and every video as if it's the first video I'm ever posting? posting because it's getting to new audiences, when I can just go to YouTube that has really shown that it has a strength of community building for content creators on YouTube? As a creator, it just really doesn't make sense for me to, you know, bet on TikTok. I'd rather bet on YouTube, and that's actually what I'm doing right now. There's also this talk about the future of TikTok and how it might get banned in the United States, and we know very well that the US is the largest market for the platform. So what's really going to happen if it gets banned? And I know there's some people who are saying that it's going to be beneficial for other people in other countries to get monetized if it gets banned in the US, but it really doesn't work like that. As I'd mentioned before, TikTok values you as a viewer. If advertisers in your country are willing to put their ads on TikTok, so if TikTok is banned in the United States, it doesn't mean that those advertisers are now going to gravitate towards pushing their ads to people in different parts of the world. No, it doesn't work like that, because the main audience of these advertisers is in the United States. So what's really going to happen is that these advertisers are just going to move platforms. Since TikTok will no longer be available, they will probably push more advertisements on Instagram or YouTube or Facebook. Personally, for me, I wasn't really thinking about TikTok as a long-term platform from the start. I was using the platform to build my marketing skills, to learn more about how to spark engagement, to create engaging videos. I did that for 60 days, and in those 60 days I got my 4 million views. It really did show that clearly I'm a TikTok millionaire, not financially, but in terms of views, I'm a millionaire. So I really did achieve my goal of wanting to be a TikTok millionaire. Would I recommend anyone to create on TikTok? I would say yes, because you can actually use it to just reinforce your own skills, whether it's public speaking. It's going to help you to become more fluent, to become more confident. You can also share your points of view to find like-minded people, because it can be actually hard to find people that think like you in today's world, where people are actually not talking because everyone is so busy working. And if you want to know more about how TikTok can actually help you in your life, you can watch this video where I talked about how TikTok changed my life. Or you can watch this playlist that mirrors the kind of content that I was posting on my TikTok account, which is majorly on challenging the status quo, which is one of my favorite pastimes.